My sister Anna showed me how to make this classic pot roast, and it was during a cabin trip, and I have never seen 19 people wolf down something so quickly. I can't wait for you guys to try this, and I'm craving some pot roast, so let's get started. The traditional cut of meat here is a chuck roast, but anything with a lot of fat and marbling will work well. All of that breaks down during the slow cooking process, and it will be melt in your mouth delicious. You want to season the meat generously all over with salt and pepper, then leave it on the counter for about an hour to bring it to room temperature. That way it'll cook more evenly. Also, I'm using a kosher salt here, and I have measurements for everything in the recipe notes. While that meat comes to room temperature, we're gonna do a quick prep of the rest of the ingredients. It's more than 2. Usually I just, and it looks cool. Peel 5 to 6 medium carrots. Slice your carrots into 2-inch pieces. You don't want to cut them too small because they're going to cook for a long time. Now onto the onions. You can use a large yellow onion or 2 smaller ones. Oh my. It must be because I'm 40 now. Peel the onions, then coarsely chop them up. There's no need for perfection because they disappear into the sauce. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Oh, I thought I could do it. Oh. Set those aside and onto the parsley. Oh. Are you kidding me? What's going on today? Parsley is attacking me, my hair is attacking me. I'm crying. Coarsely chop up your parsley, and you'll also need about 6 sprigs of fresh thyme. You don't have to take the leaves off the stems, they will come off in the pot. You can also substitute with dried herbs, and I will leave instructions in the notes. Now peel 4 garlic cloves and coarsely chop them up. Again, you don't have to spend too much time on this because the sauce will cook for a long time. Once you have everything prepped and measured out, it's time to hit the stove. Make sure you have your oven preheating to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, then set a large Dutch oven. I'm using a 5.5 quart over medium-high heat. Add a tablespoon of oil, then add in your roast. Let that cook on each side for about 3 minutes or until it's golden brown, then flip it to the next side. Searing and caramelizing the meat this way is an important step because it adds tons of flavor, so do not skip it. Once that's nicely browned on all sides, transfer it to a plate. Now you're going to reduce the heat down to medium and add the onions. Sauté those for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the onions are soft and golden. Add the minced garlic and sauté for another 30 seconds or just until it's fragrant. Now add the tomato paste. Stir that together for about 2 minutes or until the tomato paste is well incorporated with the onions and garlic. Next, add some dry red wine. This adds tons of flavor to the dish, but if you have to, you can substitute with more beef broth and season to taste. Scrape the bottom of the pan to deglaze and cook for 2 to 3 minutes or until 1/4 of the wine has evaporated. Now you can add the beef stock, thyme, parsley, the bay leaves, and season with salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Stir that together, then add the roast back to the pot along with the carrots and bring everything to a boil. The carrots here are definitely tasty when they're done, but I also like that they help raise the level of the liquid up the sides of the meat. This helps with even cooking. Once that's at a boil, put the lid on and put that in the bottom third of your preheated oven and bake at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 3 to 4 hours. It's roughly 1 hour per pound of roast. And remember when you're handling the pot that it is hot, so use an oven mitt to remove that lid. Now there are 2 ways to test for doneness. You can use an instant read thermometer and it should reach between 200 and 210 degrees Fahrenheit, or you can use 2 forks. If it shreds easily, it's ready. Now I'm going to show you how to make the sauce thicker if you want it to be more gravy-like. It's super easy. Start by transferring the meat and the veggies to a separate dish. Set the pot back over medium heat and bring it to a simmer. The easiest way to thicken this is to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to 2 tablespoons of cold water, stir that into a slurry, then pour it into the liquid. Simmer for a few minutes or until it's thickened and to cook off some of that cornstarch flavor. Here's a great tip for shredding hot meats that I learned from my husband. Put on some cotton work gloves, then cover that with disposable gloves. Now you can easily shred the meat by hand and you'll see it's just buttery and pulls apart so easily. All right, now all that's left to do is put it back in the pot. Once you shred the meat, you do want to put it back because then it absorbs those saucy flavors and it gets even juicier. I mean, it's already fall apart tender, but it gets even better, I'm telling you. Okay, we're gonna put that right back in. Woo. Ooh, don't splatter yourself like I just did. Wow. And then we're gonna add back in the carrots. Now you see how the thyme sprigs? I didn't have to strip the leaves. I didn't have to chop anything. You just take them out and throw them out when you're all done. Also get rid of those bay leaves because they're not meant to be eaten. Give everything a nice coating. And now I'm gonna go and finish my mashed potatoes and we're gonna do the taste test because I feel like you have to have mashed potatoes with this. See you in a bit. Okay, Vijay says no giggling allowed, so I'm just gonna get it all out. Okay, the potatoes are ready and I made my personal favorite mashed potatoes. These are the mashed potatoes that I make most often and it's like my little secret. It is the mashed potatoes, whipped mashed potatoes from my cookbook. These mashed potatoes are only in the cookbook. I'll have you know. I will link to this book in the notes. Take a looky look. All right, you ready? You ready? Okay, somebody already got into the potatoes. Oh wait, no giggling. Very serious. Whoops, sorry. Okay, when I get started, it's game over. Shoot. Anyway, we were looking at the potatoes and I was gonna show you that when I make mashed potatoes, I do like to put some pats of butter over the top. Okay, somebody got into the mashed potatoes. We're not gonna talk about that right now, but look at the swirlies of butter. Like, beautiful, right? Okay, it keeps the top moist and it keeps it from forming that dry film, okay? And then, oh my giggity. Look at this. Wait, giggity is a teen slang. I shouldn't say that. I've been influenced by my teenager. Oh yeah, no giggling.
Be serious.
I'm trying to be serious. Look at all those, oh my goodness, look, it's like a whole pool of potatoes. Okay, here we go. On to the saucy beef. And honestly, if you ever go to a nice steakhouse and you order their short ribs, you know how it's like fall off the bone tender and then they have this sauce that is like, that's what this is, but it's less expensive because we're using a chuck roast, but the meat is just so meltingly tender and the sauce, you guys, it's saucy, it's so packed with flavor. Let's serve this up, watch this. And the sauce doubles as a gravy. Look at how irresistibly beautiful. My husband's mouth is watering, I'm certain of these things. Okay, one more. Big ol' honkin' piece of beef and then a little more of this saucy gravy. Let's throw a carrot in there for good measure. Oh my. It should be a meme. Ready? Everybody grab your screenshots. My poor husband over there. Okay. And I'm hot too, so the sweatiest taste test I've ever done. Beefiness, sauciness. I'm ready. I've been ready. I was born ready. It's like so